what's inside of that relationship to help you build a bigger situation? I mean, do you guys have a mindset to build on or build with each other? Do you guys have the mindset to think about 30 years from now, think about 25 years from now, think about 50 years from now? I mean, we got a lot of people out here that really don't have responsible kids these days. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Campfire Talk, the podcast. I am your host, Breaker, Harvey, Skipper, Musa, whatever. I mean, as long as it's the right thing, I'm with it. You see, I'm here by myself, right? I had to cut the kid off, man. I had to get rid of him. Nah. My man is doing family reunion thing, so he'll be back with us next week. Kate, I'm just joking. My co-pilot will be back next week. Today, I want to talk about building a bear or build a bear. What I mean by that is the relationship status. What do you guys value, or what is your future outlook in your relationships? Just say, for example, you get with a person, be it female, whatever, male, female, whatever. And, you guys dating. And then it sprouts into something bigger, a relationship. What's inside of that relationship to help you build a bigger situation? I mean, do you guys have a mindset to build on or build with each other? Do you guys have the mindset to think about 30 years from now, think about 25 years from now, think about 50 years from now? I mean, we got a lot of people out here that really don't have responsible kids these days to take care of them. So, what are you going to do for yourself? I mean, your partner may roll over and, pass away on you. What are you going to do for yourself in the meantime? Are you going to start building on your situation to make it better for you, to set things in motion, set things in place? I mean, do you guys have life insurance on yourselves? I mean, do you guys have life insurance on your kids? Or do you guys just, what are you guys doing? What are we doing as a community, as a culture? And I'm speaking for everybody, but particularly color, the colored people. I mean, because we, especially in the urban community, a lot of us don't think about the future. A lot of us don't think about, what we need to do to secure situations just in case modes. I built on something last week when we were talking about the job situation, and we was talking about how a lot of us, we just do day for day checks or whatever, week for weeks or bi-weekly checks. No one wants to get a career. No one wants to get become an entrepreneur, or they have dreams of doing it but never push themselves or have anyone in their corner to push them. No one wants to deal with salary. Everybody just want to run and get a paycheck, and then you living from paycheck to paycheck. But when you do the math for real, something's going to be led astray. Some bill going to come up short, and then here you go, be playing catch up. So what are we going to do? What's the things to do that's important to secure a situation for you? We can talk about securing a bag and, making sure you got a few dollars in your pocket, something for the rainy day or whatever. But what about when it's time to retire? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, for the most part, I just turned 50. I just turned 50 this Tuesday that just passed. And I enjoyed myself. I really had a great time. To my family, man, God bless my family, because, they showed love, and they still showing love right now. Just like the party won't stop. They won't let the party stop. They just keep going. They just every time I turn around, they making a plan for me. You know what I mean? And I'm greatly appreciative. I'm grateful. I'm humbled by the love. But me being 50, I'm like, damn, okay, 50 years old. I got one son. He's there. He's getting up there too. But if I'm getting up there, he got to be right behind me. So, okay, You know what I mean? Like, what is it going to happen? What's going to happen for me when I'm 75, 80 years old and 85 years old? And then my lifestyle may alter or might go a whole different route. May not be able to walk, may become dependent on certain situations. And, in reality or in the ancient times, the children will take care of the elders, but I can't place dependency on my son to take care of me when he has a life to live. Like, so what am I going to do? So I need to, to become more conscious and to build a bed, to be able to like build a foundation with me, to build a foundation with, the people that I'm around in a relationship or what have you. Like it's time for people to really buckle down and think about what the next 10, 20, 30 years going to consist of for them. Like, how is it that other people in other hues or other nationalities or other races been thinking about stuff like this for years, and very few of us, a sprinkle of us, we don't think about stuff like that. I mean, we're not educated to know, like, we need to start doing certain things. There's certain things that you can do that can make things better for yourself. I mean, investments and stuff like that. It don't always have to be investing in stocks. You can invest in yourself in different ways, different things you can do. Research, life insurance policies. Now, you can invest in the life insurance policy, and then you can borrow from the life insurance policies, and you'll have to pay it back. But nevertheless, you can do a lot of things to make money and to make things work for yourself. But you have to build a bed. You have to come to a realization that sooner or later things are going to slow up. And when things slow up, then what? Because if you don't have a strong partner that's with you, that's building with you, I mean, what's the purpose of having that type of situation anyway? Because, I mean, a lot of people, we just deal with just the physical. Everything is sight. Everything is sight. From sight to thought. From thought to sight. It's always the physical. We deal with what we see. Damn, her body mean. I wonder because this and that. I can imagine this and that. But you ain't sitting there. More than 99% of the people or population of people in the urban communities not thinking about, damn, I wonder if I get with her, can we build an empire together and, have a legacy to pass on to our children's children's children. We don't think like that. We only thinking about the here and now. We got the lobster tails and the crab leg generation. I mean, it's just, everything is just ass backwards. I mean, there's no head to the situation. It's just people walking around, just like, you could cut a head off and a person just walking around with nothing, just in a dark space. I mean, nobody's focused. So what are we going to do? How can we build a bed? It can be a question or it can be rhetorical, but how can we build a bed? How can we be together? Be it my relationships, friends, family, loved one, my significant other, whoever. I mean, how is it that I should want to exist with this person and we don't have an idea, we don't have a goal, we don't have a focus together? Because when you're dealing with anybody, you're supposed to deal with them with the ABCs or the 1, 2, 3, the universal, with the mathematics, the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, or we got to build together. Something got to be built together to where it's a sturdy foundation, and we can try to just link up and make an empire together and do things to capitalize on things. And we can start off with this situation and then expand it to this situation, then expand it to that situation, and here we go. Nevertheless, we got an empire. And then from the empire, you got a legacy. But we have to do something. You know what I mean? Because we can't be running around here just, keep the lusting thing going on, or I got this money this week, and then next week get your head knocked off by them people, and next thing you know, you broke. You know what I mean? Coming back home 10 years from now, 15 years from now at ground zero. And then, the age catching up, people moving fast. It's like the age running faster now. So, I mean, how we doing? What we doing here? Make it all make sense to me. I want more. You should want more. we should want more as a people, and we should grow together, link up together and make things happen. It don't take $1 million to start doing things. All it takes is a dream. All it takes is a thought, imagination, and born that thing. Bring it to full understanding, put that thing into play, and let's make things work. Can't make nothing work if we just thinking about silly, miscellaneous shit, minuscule shit. And me myself personally, this journey right here has taught me a lot. I mean, the wins and losses is way more losses than wins when you look back at it. It looked good. It looked real good coming into a situation, and it looks, it's fun, and oh man, and the possibilities are endless when it comes to just pleasing a person. But ain't nobody sitting down in the bed late night talking about, man, what they're going to do next year or 20 years from now. 9 times out of 10, man, your significant other might be on the phone talking about Peter, Paul, or John, or Kim, Keisha, and Chloe, whoever, just talking the ghetto talk, or talking that chatty patty shit, and then the guy might be over there on texting or whatever he doing, and I mean, there's really no communication. There's really no building process going on. It's just moments. I mean, make it all make sense, man. People have to start building bears, man. People have to start locking in and getting focused on what they need to do for what they need to have, for the necessities, for things that 20 years from now. I was looking at something on YouTube about this guy, this black guy. I can't remember his name, but he invented a machine that captures air, and with the air, it turns the air into water. No long process. It turns air into water, and that he got a machine in Flint, Michigan. It's different parts of like India. I believe he got it. India, Flint, Michigan, and somewhere else I can't remember. But he's putting these machines into places that really need those waters. But the mind is moving. The mind is doing what it's supposed to do to keep things going, and that's going to be his legacy. And I know he has a strong team behind him that's pushing him forward to do what he needs to do. And that's what people like us, we need to do. We need to surround ourselves with a strong team, because you can't always do it alone. It might appear to look like you're doing it by yourself, but a Fortune 500 company cannot be ran unless it have workers. Straight up. One person can't do everything by himself. One person can't. It becomes a real strenuous situation, and that's when mistakes begin to happen. So you have to surround yourself with a team that's about the same thing, that see the same focus as you. I mean, I'm sure you guys heard me say it's 2 different types of people in this world. One that want to get money with you, and ones that want to get money. The ones that want to get money with you are the ones that see the focus, that know the vision, that want to get to that same destination. But the ones that just want to get money, they don't care how they get it. They will knock over a liquor store. They will take a kid just selling candy. They will do whatever it takes to get money. Those are the ones you can't trust. The ones that will do whatever it takes to eat. They will go and be with the ops if they need to. They will be down with you and then jump on the other side to really, it's just crazy. Sell you out to the ops. And the ops don't even realize they can't wait till the next episode or the next opportunity come up, and then they sell them out. So, those are the people that I wouldn't want to be around, in all honesty. I don't want to be around nobody that don't want to do the same things that I'm doing. And I got that from my bro, Psych J. You got to be doing the same things, man. It's crazy. We have to start establishing what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, and just do it, period. Can't be around people that don't have no vision. You can't be around people that can't wait till next week to go out to the club, and that's the focus. You can't be around people that can't wait to get on the phone and tell that story about somebody else's business, but ain't telling the story about them and what they're not doing right. You got to be around people that want to just grow and can confess to things and be honest and open about things and be ready to build that bear. I mean, to perfection. And perfection don't always mean perfection. Perfection is like what works for you, or works for you and your crew, your universe, or whatever. We got to get focused, man. And and with that being said, it adds on to, like, once you're doing what you need to do, and then your kids see that you're doing things that's positive, 9 times out of 10 your kids are going to be doing positive things too. And that's just factual. They're going to do positive things because they see, or they mimic what they see. Kids mimic what they see. If they see destructive things, they're going to do destructive things. I would say a lot of times that kids, things be traveled down from generation, genetics, and the traits be in people. But for the most part, when kids see their heroes that's around them, their parents, they're going to do what they see their parents do. So why not us as grown-ups, as responsible people, try to make examples and start building nations and building foundations and doing things that's like necessary to keep legacies going. That's what it's really all about. You know what I mean? When you see these other people, these big corporations, they've been standing strong for over 100 years. That's a long time for something to be standing so strong. And then you go back, you really want to get to it and think about these monuments that's been standing for thousands and thousands of years. Those are legacies. Those are things that they left behind so you can remember them. I mean, a gambling man, I would think that this earth will be still in existence 100 years from now, and everybody within the next 3 generations would probably not be here. But you can leave something behind that can show that you were here, that you were in the building, that you took care of, business and stuff like that. But you got to surround yourself with good people if you have a vision. Some people really don't have a vision. And if they don't have a vision, I mean, if you're looking out the same lens as them and they don't have a vision, what do you see? What you gonna see? That shit, that snow that be falling on TVs at night, like it used to be back in the 80s and shit, when they do the Star Spangled Banner, and then it shuts off like 2:30 in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, then it cuts back on at like 5:36 in the morning. Nah, man, we gotta do this thing right. We gotta start expanding and doing the right thing, making things count. And all of this really has been expired within the last year, maybe year and a half, but it really touched base when that monument hit me, that 50. That's a half a century. Now I'm standing on the mountain, right? Now it's on the decline. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm trying to do something that's necessary. I'm trying to build on something to make something better for me, for when I get older and I don't have to depend on my son to be doing the things that I need done for me. It'll already be taken care of. Line that shit up. Get all your T's crossed and your I's dotted so you can be able to be secure. That's the real bag. Make sure you good at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, 10, 20, 30 years from now, that's the real bag there. Fuck that money shit. But it's all necessary and it's all relative, but you are what's important, because without you, what does it make sense to think about money if you're not around? If you can't do nothing, because people are not going to just listen to what you have to say. Sometimes you have to show and prove. Sometimes you have to bring forth that understanding so people can be okay, can stand on that. And I believe you now. I mean, it can't just be about talk. And if you have to really comes to terms with salvaging problems that you have within your community, within your family, within your friendship, whatever, then so be it. Sit back and have a conversation, because the more bricks you have, the stronger your house will be, your foundation will be. So why not get to that? Why not focus on doing what's necessary, or what we deem necessary, to make a strong foundation, instead of sitting back thinking about how we can do this and do that. So I give all the love and all the shout out to all the entrepreneurs that's trying to do it, that's making it happen, that's trying to make a legacy for themselves and stuff like that. But It's more of us that we need to do this, because just because this person's selling food over here, that don't mean you can't sell no food over there. Just because this person's selling clothes over here, don't mean you can't sell no clothes over here. Just because this person got a store over here, don't mean you can't have a store over here. I mean, this is how things go. You can't be the only one. I mean, whenever you do something, it's supposed to multiply. Whatever it be, me or somebody else add on or look at your situation and be inspired, and they build off of your situation and make things happen. Everything should multiply. It should always multiply to become better, not just to multiply to take up space. None of it makes any sense if it's just going to take up space. So think about building a bed and focus on the relationships and how you can make things better. It don't always have to be a relationship where everything is all about sex and you know what I mean, like just miscellaneous things that don't matter. Of course, sex has a big part to do with, you know, relationship or whatever, but sometimes you can be deterred from doing things like that when you have other things on your mind and you want to excel, you want to elevate, you want to do bigger things, but you know your people may not be on the same page with you, but you want that. And you can see a vision. If you can see something in somebody, and if they're worth tapping into to help them bring out the better in them, man, get to it, man. Bring out the better in them. You're going to need them people, man. But if you can't have them, at least secure the situation for yourself to make it better for yourself 20, 30, 40 years from now. Whoever's listening. You know, I just really hope that this could reach somebody, 1, 2, 3 people, whoever, how many people, as long as it can reach somebody, it makes sense to me. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, people, look, enjoy yourselves, live the best lives y'all can, have as much fun as you can, enjoy the sun, enjoy the cold, the winter, enjoy all the seasons, enjoy food, everything. But remember, time waits for no man. Waits for no man. So you got to start preparing. We got to start making things happen for each other and for ourselves. At the end of the day, build that legacy. You know, everybody can't come where we're going. So don't expect everybody to be on the same page with you. That's just factual. You know that's not going to happen. But the ones that are with you, man, sit them down, talk about it. Let's see what is really going on. Let's see how this thing how we can build together, how we can do what we need to do to get on, to put things together, to make money, to make things happen so we can take care of ourselves and make a legacy. Leave a crescent behind, some type of something to just, we meant something. You know what I mean? I mean, it may not be worldwide that we meant something, but as long as it's something that means something to your peoples, that's a beautiful thing too. We have to focus, y'all. We have to get together. We have to do what we need to do. You know, it's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take blood, sweat, tears. It may take a few years, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do to make things right. Because a lot of people are not thinking about 20 years from now. And I can't echo that enough. A lot of people not thinking about 20 years from now, 30 years from now. They're not thinking that. They're only thinking about that paycheck, what I'm going to do this week, what I can buy this week, what, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. No. I would tell anybody, try to get a salary. If not, become an entrepreneur, get your own business, do something, but make it make sense. Make it make more sense. Don't make it just be out here just to be out here. That's for youngins, that's for kids that, you know, some people have to work, yes. Some people gotta work and keep a 9 to 5, and that's a beautiful thing. You got to. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of people out here that have ideas. A lot of people out here that got things that they can express themselves and put into existence. So why not do it? Why not build off your dream? Why not go for it? Why not gamble on yourself? You're gambling on somebody else by making them richer. Why not make yourself rich? Why not do what you need to do for you? Why not build your legacy? Why not build your foundation? Why not help yourself? You know what I mean? Listen, if you're around people and they not making the same type of sense you're making, man, get away from that shit. Straight up. You have to. It's good to have light conversation, chill, and all of that stuff, but people got to be focused. And you don't have to be doing the same things, but you doing things that make sense, that make imaginations, make inspirations more possible. Because a lot of people don't deal with that no more. A lot of people deal with silly competition. And I like to be inspired. Give me inspiration to do better. You know what I mean? So I know I talk to our ears off, and I do a lot of talking, but only when it's necessary. And today I deemed it necessary to talk that little talk. So, once again, check out Campfire Talk, the podcast. It airs every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Be there, be square. But I know most of you suckers won't be there because y'all squares anyway. I got the receipts, man. I know you dudes ain't been nowhere. You dudes just started doing shit. Y'all used to go to family outings and reunions and shit like that. But you ain't never been nowhere. You don't know, probably don't even know how to go to a travel agent and book tickets and do this and that. So I'm not even talking to y'all. But us over here, we aim for the universe and the galaxies. While we let you suckers aim for the streetlights, because that's the furthest you're going to go anyway. You know what I mean? I usually will say, knowledge, and you put that together, that means peace. But I got to give out a word of a day or a quote of the day. God's simplicity is simply our complexity. I'm going to say it one more time. God's simplicity is simply our complexity. Knowledge, it means peace. Peace.